The following is a presentation of SC State Athletics.
It's senior day in Orangeburg, a sign of the final home game of the regular season for the South Carolina State Bulldogs. Coach BUddy Pough's team is coming off their toughest loss of the season last week to North Carolina A&T. This week, the Bulldogs take on the Howard Bison, a team struggling with player and coaching changes and are trying to salvage the rest of their season. Will the Bulldogs put last week's disappointment behind them and keep their slim but anything's possible MEAC championship hopes alive? We're about to find out. Coming up next on the BUddy Pough Show.
You are watching the BUddy Pough Show, featuring highlights of SC State University Bulldogs football. This week's matchup, your South Carolina State University Bulldogs versus the Howard University Bison. Our sponsors are the County of Orangeburg, Palmetto Health, the South Carolina Education Lottery, the Regional Medical Center, State Farm Insurance Rescue Agency, Simmons Funeral Homes, Vital Care EMS, and the City of Orangeburg. And now head coach BUddy Pough and our host Ernest Robinson.
The Howard Bison come to Orangeburg this week with the renewed hope that this could be the dawn of a new day of Howard football. The team has had to deal with several player defections over the course of the season, including MEAC Player of the Year last year, Kalen Newton. With potential coaching changes still looming, this Howard team is tired and hungry, and the Bulldogs understand that this could be a dangerous football team to deal with.
You're right. These guys were picked ahead of us in the preseason rankings, and I actually thought that they might be the best team in the league. So they've had some tough times this year, and we started hearing some rumblings a couple of days back that they were going to have some changes. Finally came all the way out. Now at this point, it's a little bit of a new deal with us because we don't know exactly where they come from, exactly who's doing what, but we'll figure it out as we go.
Coach, as far as your team is concerned, I saw Scotty Robinson out here working out, and he's saying he's going to be able to play today. That's going to be good news for that secondary.
Well, we get Scotty Robinson, and we lose Mike Terry. Mike Terry got a little bit of a banged-up shoulder in the A&T game last week, and he's not going to dress today, but Scotty is back. Hopefully we'll play a little bit better in the secondary, and hopefully we can patch up the difference. We moved Jalen Page to center this week, and we'll also possibly play a couple other guys there too, so we'll see exactly how that works out.
Coach, when you look at this Howard team, talk about their offense. Of course, they've got some changes, maybe at quarterback this afternoon, but again, when you can run the ball and you got one guy that can really catch it, that can be a problem.
Some talent on the edges. They've had really good wideouts, the guys that could run. You know, they'll stretch us out in a way that they won't allow you to, play them in what we call a phone booth. They'll keep it spread out in a way where you got to make tackles, and they'll do some option stuff. They'll do some read zone stuff. So, this team is going to be a team that'll test us in a lot of ways. And the Anthony kid is really a big, tall, good-looking player that can throw it and run it. The little running back guy, 31, is a stud. He can go the distance at any point, so you always got to be concerned with him going, on a long run on you. So they've got the people. It's just whether or not they can, put all the pieces in place that way. I hope they don't today.
Coach, just talking about having the pieces in place. We played as well as we could play last week. Disappointing to lose to North Carolina A&T, but you live to play another day. Keep your hopes alive, and you can't afford to stumble today against the Bison.
Well, you're exactly right. If we could win out, it's no telling what the determination might be from that point. The one thing I can tell you is that our guys did play hard. Now, did we always play smart last week? We have some mistakes. But at the same time, our guys seem to always give a great effort when they come out. So hopefully we come out and do that again today, and at that point we should be okay against a Howard team that seemed to be wanting to struggle a little bit.
Coach, mentally, what do you try to do to this team? I shouldn't say mentally and physically. What do you do against this team to try to get off to a quick start?
Well, we need to get off to a quick start, and we need to make some big plays early. We need to also keep the stars out of the eyes of our older guys, because these seniors will be a little bit nostalgic about the fact that, it's coming to an end for them. But, we need to make something happen here early. And at that point, then hopefully we can get to the point where we can play a little bit of everybody.
Talk just a minute about this class. I counted 14 guys in the class that either started one time in their careers, other guys that contributed. This is really a big and important class for South Carolina State.
It has been, and we've got a couple guys who are guys are in their fourth year, who are determining that they think they're going to go ahead and graduate and go on into the work world or wherever. They may even possibly go and play fifth year aid ball somewhere too. So we've got some issues that our guys would like to try to, see if they can, maybe try to find a little different angle with. Those guys that are leaving have all been tremendous players for us and good people, friends that we'll have for a long, long time. I look forward to knowing them, now as friends for the rest of their lives that way. And we just look forward to them having a good game here today and then moving on into the rest of their lives.
Thanks, Coach. Let's go to Saturday's first half highlights. South Carolina State and Howard. Duke Bowes is back at the 10-yard line. Ali, it's a pooch kick. It is recovered by South Carolina State at the 35-yard line, and on the move for the Bulldogs, that is number 48, Yancey Washington. Shotgun formation for Corey Fields. Now they bring Nick from the left side of the formation to the right. Fields back to pass. Fields looking long, throws it out in the flat. It's caught by Burroughs with one hand. Burroughs picks up the first down and more, fights down to the 40-yard line. To the right is Thomas Rodriguez, the lone receiver to the boundary side. Shotgun snap, Fields, pump fake, now going long. Floats it out there, got a man wide open. Shaq Davis catches it. 10-yard line touchdown. On for the point after touchdown is Dylan Bredesen. Snaps good. It is blocked by Howard. It's 6-0 South Carolina State. Tight to the line of scrimmage or the wide receivers. Raymar with the handoff. This is Dietrich Parson. Parson stood up. Janelle Brown, the first guy to get there. Paul McKeever as well. Williams is from the shotgun. Back to pass, two-step drops, throws it out in the flat. It hits the ground first. Kyle Anthony. No, they say he made the catch. And looks like they're going to mark him maybe shy of that first down marker. Bulldogs have it on their own 20-yard line as we move right to left. 3 down linemen for the Bison. In motion is Therese Nick. Back to pass is Fields. Throws it in the backfield to Nick. Over the left side at the right at the 25. At the 30. Therese at the 35. Therese at the 40. Therese at the 50. At the 45. One man to meet. Therese tried to engage and gets pushed out of bounds. It's 3rd down. We need 6 for a first down from the Howard 25. Shotgun snap, Fields. Throws a slant. It's caught. Demontrez Burroughs close to that first down marker at the 16. Shotgun formation for Corey Fields. LeBron's to his left. He gives it to LeBron. LeBron walks into the end zone. Our score, South Carolina State 13, Howard nothing. 10 men on the line of scrimmage. Here come the Bulldogs. Bulldogs try to block it. We don't. It's a short punt. It's going to hit down. Burroughs watches it hit as it takes a Bison roll all the way back to the 45-yard line. Omar Cummins, number 24, is to his right. Back to pass, Field straight drop back. He's going long. Throwing it out there, got Shaq Davis out there. Davis makes the catch at the 10. Davis pushed out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Football in the center of the field. Shotgun formation. Fields back to pass. Fields throwing it out there. Got a man out there. Burroughs touchdown, South Carolina State. Our score after 1 quarter of play. South Carolina State 20, Howard nothing. Shotgun formation for Corey Fields, the quarterback. Fields straight drop back. Looking long, looking at Shaq. Stop route, picked off over there by Howard at the 25-yard line and back up the field for the Bison. That is number 18, Jalen Smith. Smith's going to be tackled down at the 40-yard line of South Carolina State. Shotgun formation now. All the receivers tight to the line of scrimmage. Play action fake. He rolls to the right. Now trying to throw back to his left. He's going long. Got a man out there, but he threw it short. Nearly picked off over there by Saphir Kelly. On the punt for the Bison, this is Damon Gillespie. Takes 2 steps to the right, punts it toward the out-of-bounds marker. It does go out of bounds.
Right at the 20-yard line.
2 receivers each way for the Bulldogs. Football in the center of the field. We're going left to right. Back to pass, Fields. Looking long, throwing it out there. It is caught. Shaq Davis at the 41-yard line of Howard. First down. They have 10 on the line of scrimmage. They only rush 3. Benjamin off the left foot. Tries to kick it away from Parson. And it takes the Bulldog rolling down at the 1-yard line. Raymar Williams is at quarterback for the Bisons. Dietrich Parson is to his right in the backfield. Shotgun snap, play action fake. Williams in trouble now. Can't get out of it. He's going to be wrapped up, brought down. I think Bruce Johnson was the first guy to get there for South Carolina State. Damon Gillespie's on to punt football. We've got 10 on the line of scrimmage. Here we come. It is a short punt. My goodness. It is going to hit down and go backwards. This punt.
Went back. Yep, trying to protect Williams, the quarterback.
Shotgun snap back to pass, Fields. Throws it slant, touchdown. South Carolina State 27. Howard nothing. Pistol formation, Williams. Play action fake. He rolls back to the right. Williams looking now. Throws it and incomplete. 10 men on the line of scrimmage for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs really hadn't had a fallout tip to block it. This time they're coming pretty strong. Gillespie gets it off and Burroughs watches it take a Bulldog bounce. Shotgun snap now to Fields. Play action fake. They throw a slant. Burroughs at the 25, at the 20. 15, Burroughs 10. You're not going to catch him. Touchdown. It's 34 for South Carolina State. Nothing for Howard. Long snap count by Raymar Williams. Gives it to Crute. Crute takes a couple steps to the right now, trying to bounce it outside. He does it to 30. Crute's got one man to beat. I thought there might have been a flag, and there is the flag. Raymar Williams under center. Handoff. And this is Crute. Crute has stood up at the goal line, and they don't signal.
On the far side, the official signal touchdown.
And the score at the half, South Carolina State 34, Howard 7. We'll have more of the BUddy Pough Show after these messages.
Every day, you'll find the most innovative orthopedic care in the Midlands at Palmetto Health USC Orthopedic Center. Each of our highly skilled, compassionate physicians specializes in a unique orthopedic condition, caring for people of all ages and stages of life. We'll guide every step of your treatment, from diagnosis to recovery, so that you can get back to feeling like yourself as quickly as possible. You win when you choose Palmetto Health USC Orthopedic Center.
Since 2002, the lottery has helped award more than 1 million scholarships. So when you play, you're not just taking a chance, you're also giving one.
I was off my game. Every day, my hip got worse and worse.
The coach's arthritis progressed to the point where his joint was bone on bone. Between the pain and the loss of range of motion, he decided to have the hip replaced here at the Regional Medical Center.
I was walking the very next day. I was going so fast, they said, "Slow down, coach, slow down." It feels great to be coaching again.
The Regional Medical Center. We're changing how you think about health care.
You stumble over a blade of grass. Come on.
All right, Coach, we begin this football game. Kind of surprised me. Howard won the toss. They elected to give you the football first. Was that a surprise?
No, it's not really. Most teams will defer and then want to get the football at the beginning of the second half. So they gave it to us. The thing that we got to do is we actually got to do something with it when we get it. We had the same situation happen, say, Wofford game way back when, and we were able to take the football down the field and score. That's big if you can. So this happened this particular game. We got it down, we got it in, we had a touchdown pass, and that gives us a good start if we can get it.
You talk about a touchdown pass. You had a number of touchdown passes. We'll talk more about that, but only 21 yards in the first half running the football. We struggled running the football, but you threw it so well and you didn't have to run it.
Well, it was more the design of what we were trying to do. We knew they'd load the box and try to stop our run game. We came into the game planning on throwing the football a good bit, and it worked out for us. I think we've got a combination of guys now that we can actually get the football down the field that way. That'll give us a chance to make people see on film, you know, the fact that you better back up a little bit. If that be the case, and I think we'll find our run game down the road a piece.
You know, we talk about Demontrez Burroughs. We'll talk more about Demontrez Burroughs, but it was kind of good to see Shaq Davis early in that football game. Settle down, relax, catch the football. Had 2 early catches that were really big.
Did. He had a touchdown pass that was just wide open. The guy tried to cover him and fell down. I think he had another situation where he had another touchdown pass. But what really makes him special, you know, is his size and speed. You know, we've got to continue to get him to develop. He's still just a pup. And you'll see him do something good, really good, and then you see him do something, say, why did he do that? So, you know, this is a guy that we're really excited about and looking forward to. Demontrez Burroughs, though, you know, is the guy that set the tone for us, and we got to make sure that we keep both those guys kind of in the mix.
Bulldogs run off 34 points in the first half. You talk about Burroughs and Corey Fields. Corey Fields now has kind of cemented himself a little bit at the quarterback position, but also Tariq Nick has come in, and he really gives you some versatility in offense. Missed on that flea flicker play, yeah, but it was a beautiful play nonetheless.
It was. And I kind of take credit for the throw that way because I'm always giving them a hard time about putting the ball out in front of them, throw the ball to the near upright, doing things to give the receiver a chance to run through the ball as opposed to having to turn vertical throughout the route. So, You know, he tried to throw the ball ahead to try to satisfy my wishes a little bit, and it didn't quite work out, so I'll take the blame.
All right, it's that time on the BUddy Pough Show when we take a look at the Powell Mental Health injury report. And of course, this was kind of a tough game because we had some injuries. We came in, Michael Terry didn't play at all. Jalen Page filled in and did admirably well.
We got a couple guys nicked up, and then Johnny Brown, one of our better linebackers, got hurt a little bit there. I think, you know, maybe down around the lower leg, the ankle area. And so we got Scotty Robinson back. Scotty got back to playing a little bit. We lost him at the very beginning of the Florida A&M game. So, you know, I was glad to see him back in there a little bit. Hopefully he'll settle in now and be able to help us these next 2 games.
All right, that's the Powell Mental Health injury report for the South Carolina State Howard game. We're going to take time out here on the BUddy Pough Show. When we come back, we'll have the all-heart player on this edition of the BUddy Pough Show.
Every day, you'll find the most innovative orthopedic care in the Midlands at Palmetto Health USC Orthopedic Center. Each of our highly skilled, compassionate physicians specializes in a unique orthopedic condition, caring for people of all ages and stages of life. We'll guide every step of your treatment, from diagnosis to recovery, so that you can get back to feeling like yourself as quickly as possible. You win when you choose Palmetto Health USC Orthopedic Center.
All right, welcome back to the BUddy Pough Show. It's time now for the all-heart player. And Coach, this week when we start talking about the all-heart player, Kendrick Lewis and the folks in Sports Information go get the pens and the erasers and rewrite the record book.
Yeah, we want to throw the football a little bit. Well, Corey Fields threw for 7 touchdowns. Now, top that. This guy, you know, had a fantastic game, so I think he might be our all-heart player this week.
Our all-heart player, Corey Fields, out of Baptist Hill High School, played for Marion Brown down there, and really starting to kind of come of age.
You're right. I'm going to have to call Cleve McCoy, who was one of our old quarterbacks from down that same area, down at Baptist Hill, and tell him we finally got somebody from Baptist Hill High School who can throw the football.
I'll tell you what, the all-heart player this week for the South Carolina State Howard game, Corey Fields for South Carolina State. We'll take time out here on the BUddy Pough Show. We'll come back with more after these messages.
My first thought was, what's going to happen to me? Am I going to live? My second thought was, I needed to live because I thought about my children.
Betty's mammogram showed a lump in her breast. We surgically removed the cancer.
And Betty was referred to Mabry Cancer Center, where she received chemotherapy and radiation therapy.
It was an opportunity to live again.
The Regional Medical Center. We're changing how you think about healthcare.
Today, I'm cancer-free.
Since 2002, the lottery has helped award more than 1 million scholarships. So when you play, you're not just taking a chance. You're also giving one.
Every day, you'll find the most innovative orthopedic care in the Midlands at Palmetto Health USC Orthopedic Center. Each of our highly skilled, compassionate physicians specializes in a unique orthopedic condition, caring for people of all ages and stages of life. We'll guide every step of your treatment, from diagnosis to recovery, so that you can get back to feeling like yourself as quickly as possible. You win when you choose Palmetto Health USC Orthopedic Center.
Raymar Williams is in the pistol formation. Dietrich Parson behind him. He gives it to Parson over the left side. Parson can't get outside. Going to be tackled down. First guy to get there for South Carolina State was Paul McKeever. Football on the near side, just in front of us. Shotgun snap, back to pass. Blitz coming, they throw the screen. Parson, it's going to be wrapped up. Parson breaks a tackle in the backfield. Parson trying to get out of bounds, is pushed out of bounds. Damon Gillespie on the punt. 10 on the line of scrimmage with the Bulldogs. Gillespie takes a run and starts at right. It's more of a pooch kick. Burroughs feels it at the 48-yard line, gets upfield at the 40. Spin move at the 45. Burroughs down to the 43-yard line. H-back is Yancey Washington. Back to pass field, straight drop back. He's looking long, throwing long, got a man out there. It is caught. Burroughs, what a catch, one-handed. He brings it down. Touchdown, South Carolina State. It's 41 for South Carolina State, 7 for Howard. Pistol formation for Raymar Williams. They give it to Parsons, and he is smothered right at the line of scrimmage. On the punt, Damon Gillespie for the Howard Bison. Gillespie rolls to his right. They tried to block it, and Burroughs signals for a fair catch at the 45-yard line. Shotgun formation. Datron's in the backfield with Corey Fields. Fields straight drop back. Fields looking long, shuffles it out to Datron. Datron at the 20, Datron at the 15. Datron bounces off a guy, gets inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Those two slot guys, you got Davis and Burroughs in the slots. That's just a secondary nightmare.
I agree.
Shotgun snap, back to pass. Fields throws it out there, got a man out there. Burroughs, touchdown, there's your record.
Another one.
Demontrez Burroughs, another touchdown grab, another touchdown throw by Corey Fields, and that is a new record for touchdown passes in a single game. 48 for South Carolina State, 7 for Howard. Shotgun formation, they snap it before Williams is ready. Throws a little screen, it is intercepted by South Carolina State at the 40, 50. Jalen Evans at the 30. And Jalen Evans is tackled down. How does he get tackled down? He had two guys in front of him. They didn't see the quarterback, Raymar Williams, coming up, tackling him down at the 35-yard line. Datron's to the left of Corey Fields. Page a snap. Play action fake. They throw a slant. Touchdown, Demontrez Burroughs again. My goodness.
Burroughs' 5th touchdown catch of the day, 6. What's this, the 7th touchdown pass for
Corey
Fields.
It's 55 for South Carolina State, 7 for Howard. Raymar Williams on first down now. Handoff outside. Parsons trying to get outside at the 50. Parsons at the 45. One man to beat Parsons at the 40. Parsons up the field down to the 17-yard line. Pistol formation. Back to pass. They throw the fade out there. It is caught. Touchdown. Kyle Anthony. Our score after 3 quarters. South Carolina State 55, Howard 14. Raymar Williams is under center now. Offset I formation. Allison, the H-back, moves from the right side to the left. They give it to Parsons. Parsons over the left side. Parsons pushes forward. Patrick Godbolt grabs him, holds on to him. 3-yard pickup. Well, they haven't said yet. A lot of discussion going on. Shotgun handoff over. This is Kyle Anthony on the pitch to the right. Football came loose, and it was recovered over there. South Carolina State say they've got the football.
Did they get it before it went out? Yep, they do give it to the Bulldogs.
So football's at the 40-yard line, and South Carolina State will take over. Long snap count by Quincy Hill. Hill, quarterback draw. Hill over the left side at the 35. Hill at the 30. At the 25, Hill fights down to about the 18-yard line. Quincy Hill, that is a 17-yard run, Bill, and that's what Quincy Hill likes to do. He loves to run the football. Shotgun snap, Hill rolling to his right. Hill throws it.
Do it underneath.
Down to about the 1-yard line. Hill's going to take this thing himself. There he goes.
You're right.
Quincy Hill, touchdown. Quincy Hill, Spring Valley in the house. Touchdown, South Carolina State. That is going to do it from Orangeburg. Our final score this afternoon, South Carolina State 62, Howard 21. Coach, we talked about the offense in the first half. You were able to throw the football, but only had 21 yards rushing. Came out in the second half. Datron James came in, gave you some nice runs, and I didn't know if there was a little more commitment to run the football a little more in the second half, or just prove to yourself that you could run the football.
Well, we wanted to run the ball a little bit, but to be perfectly honest with you, we were perfectly happy throwing it around a little bit. And, they gave us the opportunity to score another couple touchdown passes. And then late in the third quarter, we started to run the football a little bit. But, at that point, it was to their advantage to let us run it because we were scoring faster than we could keep the score clock working, with the way we were throwing the football around. So I really believe that, we'll get the run game back again. I'm not really concerned by the fact that we couldn't run it because they were loading the box. We'll go back and see what happens next week.
Now, just like we look at tape of other teams see tapes of your team, talk about us stopping the run, because if Howard could not do anything on Saturday, they were able to run the football. Had two guys that almost rushed 100 yards.
They did, and we allowed them to get a little more run than we probably should have, but at the same time, a lot of that was our down-the-line personnel. They got a score right at the end of the first half, and we started to substitute some people in there. And then we moved some people around in a way where, I think we gave them some opportunities. So I'm not as concerned about the run game that they did create, besides the fact that little number 31 can go. He's a good player. So, so you got to bet, that he can get his anytime.
So you start talking about South Carolina State now with all the changes in the MEAC. Bulldogs will take on North Carolina Central this week up in Durham. Always a difficult place to go and play. Coach, talk about the Eagles and what kind of problems they present.
We got to figure out how to beat Central in Durham. That's been a tough task for us in the last so many odd years. And they actually beat us down here last year, so it's even worse than that. So we got our work cut out for us, but we're going to have a good week of practice this week. At that point, we'll get ready to go out and get after these guys.
You talk about the Eagles getting prepared for you, Coach. We threw the ball so much. What do you think they'll try to do, or what will you try to do to counter what they're expecting you to do?
Well, we'll do what we can do. I mean, if they want to give us more run, then we'll take, more run. If they want to, load the box and give us a bunch of passes, then we'll do that too. The one thing that we need to be able to do is be able to do each with equal effectiveness, if that be the case. And that gives us a chance to kind of, design it around what they're trying to do as opposed to what we, gotta have to do.
All right, the Bulldogs championship hopes still alive in the MEAC, but it doesn't get any easier. This week, the Bulldogs head to Durham, North Carolina to take on the North Carolina Central Eagles. We hope to see you in Durham on Saturday afternoon when the Eagles and Bulldogs kick off, and next week right here on Fox Sports Southeast on the BUddy Pough Show.
Thank you for watching the BUddy Pough Show, featuring highlights of SC State University Bulldogs football. Our sponsors are the County of Orangeburg, Palmetto Health, the South Carolina Education Lottery, the Regional Medical Center, State Farm Insurance, Rescue It Agency, Simmons Funeral Homes, Vital Care EMS, and the City of Orangeburg. Join us again next week for highlights of SC State University Bulldogs football.